Someone just bought $4 billion worth of Bitcoin futures in market orders, and also $87 million worth of shorts were liquidated. And that's why you saw that spike from like 19,000 to 21,000 essentially. That's because shorts were getting their butts kicked. What is a short? It's just somebody that is betting against the price going up. They're betting that the price is going to go down. They're losing their butts, okay? Because they need to buy back at a higher price. Ouch. So there's many reasons for this pump. Heidi went over some yesterday if you want to check out that video, but I'm also going to be going over some things that are going to be really bullish for Bitcoin as well. And to our CT Club members, if you're not a CT Club member, maybe become a member because we killed it. We killed it, all right? A lot of people were bagging us for saying, why are you buying Bitcoin? You should be waiting for 10,000, 12,000, 13,000. And I was pretty adamant that we had probably bottomed because of what happened with FTX. That was our black swan event. That took out a lot of huge players. I'm like, what else could possibly be worse than FTX? I think the market's kind of making its own mind right now. Okay, so we have the SEC, right? Charging Genesis and Gemini for the unregistered offer and sale of crypto assets securities through Gemini Earn. Okay, that's Gary Gensler saying that. That's the head of the SEC. So now, more bad news here. You have the Department of Justice preparing criminal indictments against Binance. You have Nexo, which was raided by 300 Bulgarian police officers the other day. You should probably taken out your money right there. If you haven't taken your money out of centralized exchanges yet, after everything that's happened, I don't feel bad for you. Okay, moving on. Metropolitan Bank pulled support for Crypto.com this week. So maybe it's not smart to hold it on Crypto.com either. Next, this is a great tweet from Ryan Selkis, all right? He says, Gensler attacked Coinbase. Cozied up with SBF, biggest fraud since Madoff, spit in the face of retail investors by rejecting spot ETFs, and then spent more time fining bankrupt entities and Kardashians than fixing the problems. He's a crooked cop on the beat, not a public servant. I like this guy. Ryan, you're spot on. He is such a crook. The SEC, the entire organization is just filthy swamp crooks, okay? That's all they are. And I hope crypto builds all around these guys because they deserve to be out of business and out of here. Now, next up, you know what? The SEC is so busy messing around with these small entities. Let's go over to the US and see what's happening. Oh, the debt limit's gonna hit on January 19th. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says that she pledges extraordinary measures to pay the nation's bill if lawmakers do not act to raise the limit. This is part of the New York Times, okay? She said the Treasury Department, how bullish is this for Bitcoin, will start taking necessary steps to keep paying the country's bills because they're broke as a joke. But without congressional action, the United States could default as soon as June. Obviously, they would default if they didn't have the currency printer on full blast. Yes, they're printing so much currency. And you know what? Just recently, the CPI just came out at 6.5%. Okay, that's your inflation. But we all know that's a lie. So the Fed came out with its CPI lie, we call it the CP lie, at 6.5% inflation. But we all know it's much, much higher. But they need to say that inflation is lowering so that people actually believe their lies that their interest rates are working. They're not working. It's all fake. It's all a joke, and it's all a big game, and it's a club, and you're not in it, okay? Lastly, what is going to happen with Bitcoin and crypto with this 6.5% inflation? We all know that they're just going to keep printing and printing and printing. We just had a spending bill of $1.7 trillion. Guys, I've even said at the beginning of this year, very beginning, like the first or second of this year, I said that the Federal Reserve is going to print more currency this year than any other time in history. And that's going to fuel the next bull market. Mark my word. All right, talk to you soon.